A lot of people are not going to like what I'm about to say, but this is something that's really important and it's something you need to know. Now, the fact of the matter is, a FODMAP diet is risky. It's not without its dangers, and it can cause big issues that actually make your gut health even worse. Now, in this quick video, I want to explain why that is and how you can make sure that the FODMAP diet benefits you. First, just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Leech. I am a dietitian. I write about FODMAPs and other digestive issues at diet-versus-disease.org. So if you want more information, you can always visit the website. So here's the main issue here. So many people do so well and feel so good after following a low FODMAP diet that they don't ever want to eat a high FODMAP food again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The problem is that's not the right mentality here, because the low FODMAP diet is actually split into two main phases. You have the elimination phase and the reintroduction phase, and they are equally as important as each other, and they must go hand in hand. Only doing the elimination phase of the diet and not the reintroduction phase is kind of like having a hole in your boat, and instead of filling in the hole and sealing it properly, you just put a bit of tape over the top. And so at first everything seems fine if you take your boat out on the lake, but slowly water is going to start coming in and spreading out and damaging other areas, and potentially the whole boat could sink. Of course, what you should have done was filled and plugged the hole properly before you went any further, and that's what you're doing when you do the reintroduction phase of the low FODMAP diet. So you're committing to go from the beginning to the end, or to go the distance in terms of improving your gut health and discovering what your major FODMAP and food intolerances are. So yeah, not doing the reintroduction phase is where this diet becomes really risky. So is this making sense so far? If it is, just leave a yes in the comments or like the video so I know that the style and way I'm teaching is actually useful. Okay, so now I want to show you 4 of the major reasons why you want to reintroduce FODMAPs if you've been following the diet. Now, the first one is that FODMAPs are prebiotics, okay? Prebiotics. So a prebiotic is food for the healthy gut bacteria that reside inside you, okay? Not to be confused with probiotics, which refers to the actual bacterial strain. FODMAPs act as food, and particularly the ones that act as food, I'll do it in red, are fructans and galacto-oligosaccharides. I ain't going to write that word because I'll spell it wrong for starters, but GOS, we call it for short. Now, when you follow a low FODMAP diet, you are heavily restricting these, basically. So you are, in a way, starving the healthy bacteria of the food they need, and they can die off that way. Now, 2 studies on the low FODMAP diet have shown that following it does change the diversity and balance of our gut bacteria in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. Specifically, the numbers of the beneficial bifidobacteria species go down, and it's thought that over the long term, if it remains that way, it could have negative implications for health. Okay, so number 2 is that variety in your diet is important for nutrition. So unsurprisingly, medical exclusion diets do make it more difficult for you to meet your daily nutritional requirements. And this is no different when following a low FODMAP diet. Now, studies show that people who follow the diet typically have a decreased intake of fiber, that's for sure. Apologize for my writing, it's awful. Decreased intake of calcium and decreased intake of iron, and a lot of people already have problems with iron. So by completing the re-challenge phase of this diet, you'll be able to recognize what foods you can actually safely reintroduce and improve your overall nutrition by eating a wider variety of foods. Now, you'll be surprised at how many foods you're actually unnecessarily restricting during the elimination phase. Number 3 is that the FODMAP diet is socially awkward. Let's highlight awkward a few more times. Now, we don't need any studies to prove that one to us. The fact of the matter is, if you're following the elimination phase of the FODMAP diet, the really restrictive phase, then eating out becomes really difficult, and you actually can even make you feel even more anxious about eating out because you're scared that you're going to eat something high FODMAP. The thing is, once you know your food triggers, this makes eating out and social occasions much more stress-free and enjoyable. And last but not least is number 4, get back in the driver's seat. So the point of the re-challenge and reintroduction phase is to help you identify what your triggers are. Now, if this is done correctly, you should know what FODMAPs in particular cause you issues and in what amounts, so that you know how much you can tolerate and you don't pass your symptom threshold and feel the after effects later. Plus, the information that you learn from doing that process will help you in the third phase of the low FODMAP diet, which is what's called typically like a modified FODMAP diet, where you actually know what you can tolerate, you reintroduce that into your normal diet because you want to have maximum variety, you want to make sure you meet all your nutrients, and you want to make sure that you can enjoy yourself and make friends with food again. Okay, so to recap, the 4 really important reasons that you need to do the re-challenge reintroduction phase of a FODMAP diet is because FODMAPs are prebiotics. We don't want to cut out certain FODMAPs if we don't have to. That can have we suspect it's going to have bad implications on your gut bacteria and your overall gut health in the long term. Number 2, you want to eat a varied diet for loads of reasons, but particularly meeting your nutritional requirements. Number 3, the FODMAP diet is socially awkward, so you don't want to be doing that forever. Number 4, put you back in the driver's seat so that you can have a really healthy and fun and good relationship with food once more. Now, if you are just about to move into the FODMAP reintroduction phase, or you're thinking about it, or you just want some assistance from some knowledgeable dietitians without having to leave your own home, then I invite you to check out my FODMAP reintroduction quick start program. It's an online program where basically we walk you through the entire reintroduction phase from start to finish, and you get access to myself and other FODMAP dietitians while you do it. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to learn more, you can click the link below this video. Lastly, if you found this video useful or you know someone who might, please share the video or tag them in the comments so they can watch it for themselves. Thank you very much for spending this time with me, and I hope we get to speak soon.